Lieutenant Sobel does not hate easy company, Private Random. He just hates you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello and welcome back to First Time Watching. This is your host, Nate. Today, I'm going to be reacting to episode 1 of the HBO miniseries, Band of Brothers. Now, you guys have been recommending this to me non-stop since I watched Saving Private Ryan, so I'd like to throw my hat in. I knew I had to do it. I have no idea what it's about, and I just want to be genuine and hopefully, you know, maybe see what happens. But yeah, guys, smash subscribe and smash like. I'd really appreciate it. I put a lot of effort into the editing of these videos. It is killing me. Send help. But yeah, let's do this.
Guy in that store told us to put our uniforms on. He says the USA is in a war with Japan.
Our country was attacked. It's a different. It wasn't like Korea or Vietnam.
Right.
Dumb country people, but where I come from, but a lot of us volunteered.
They said, who would like to volunteer for the airborne? So we said, what the hell is the airborne?
Medals, I didn't do them for accolades. I did them because it's what had to be done.
Right. Gosh, crazy. Wow, I reckon that they must have been real vets. That's so cool that they brought him in. I don't recognize any of these names so far. Donnie Wahlberg? I think that's Mark Wahlberg's brother, right? Intro sequence here, pretty standard for any show. I've seen that guy before. He was in a Guy Ritchie film. Band of Brothers. Cool. I got a good feeling about this one, guys. I'm trusting your recommendation. CURRAHEE. It's a place, I guess. Okay, World War II. Uppity, England. Already I can see that this is quite high budget.
Gather up around me! Move it up! Come on, gentlemen! The invasion has been postponed. We're on a 24-hour stand-down.
This is quite a surprise.
Not particularly.
Well, I can't see how you people can pass up 8...
They're not even watching it. Possible they've seen it before. Possible they've seen it many times, maybe. Or maybe they just have other things on their mind. They're all probably wondering when they're gonna ship out, I guess.
4 o'clock in Chicago. Happy hour, huh? Yeah.
Well, I see he's got a flask there.
Should have been born earlier, Nix. What, and give up all this?
Okay, we're doing a bit of a time jump back in time. Camp Tucker, Georgia.
You people are at the position of attention.
Oh wow, I feel like I know that guy too.
This over your boots like a paratrooper?
No, sir.
That explained the creases at the bottom.
No excuse, sir.
Your weekend pass is revoked. Dirt in the rear sight app, but your pass revoked.
Wow.
Long enough to notice this. Revoked.
They get treated like dirt, man.
Malarkey. Malarkey slang for bullshit, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Rust on the butt plate hinge spring, private bullshit. Revoked.
Bullshit.
Rusty bayonet, Liebgott. You want to kill Germans?
Yes, sir.
Not with this.
You could give him a tetanus
I
infection.
wouldn't take this rusty piece of shit to war, and I will not take you to war. Every man in the company who had a weekend pass has lost it.
Oh. Why are they always so rough on him, man? I know that they have to be disciplined, but they're already doing a shit job.
What are you thinking of? While I was in your pants. Shut up, Lon, all right? He gigged everybody. Don't give him no excuses.
Private White, why are you not in your PT gear?
He looks young.
I asked you a question, Private.
He's done.
Up or down? I help that man! Do not help that man! You have 13 minutes to get to the top of this mountain!
It's tough. They're running in, like, work boots from the looks of things. It's not like joggers or anything. So that was definitely a matte painting there.
Come on, you can make it up there, come on! Come on now, We are coming on 23 minutes! But that is not good enough for Easy Company!
It's not quite as easy as you would hope it to be with a name. This guy's a slave driver.
We can do this, come on!
And they have to do it with their gear on, dude. Marching all the way into the night. That's insane. You'd be exhausted, dead on your feet.
I'm gonna say something. Joe.
The only people to listen don't give a shit.
Mission is paid, sir. Mission granted.
Okay.
Well, how come we're the only company marching every Friday night? Lieutenant Sobel hates us, sir.
I mean,
Lieutenant
maybe.
Sobel does not hate Easy Company, Private Random. He just hates you.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, I feel like maybe it's coming from a place of love in a way.
Easy Company canteens out and open.
They will pour the contents onto the ground.
No water. Gosh.
Why is there no water in your canteen? You have disobeyed a direct order. You will fill your canteen and repeat.
Wow. That is so rough.
You're late and you allow troopers to disobey direct orders?
No excuse, sir.
And under my command, this will be the first and finest company in this regiment.
Okay.
I want the names of 6 men, their infractions, and your disciplinary recommendations on my desk by 013.
What infraction, sir?
Find some.
Okay.
You know a man in this company who wouldn't double time CURRAHEE with a full pack just to piss in that guy's morning coffee?
Ooh. Did they just get their overalls on going through that tunnel?
That's big, that boy.
Oh, what? It's like they want to give them trauma before they even start fighting.
Why are you here, Private Gordon?
I want to be in the airborne, sir.
15 minutes. No way. Who the hell is that? Who the hell is these? Other people.
Easy Company has the finest performance record in the entire 2nd Battalion. Isn't that Lieutenant Winters leading Easy Company in PT? He's a damn good man. I was planning on giving him a set of these today.
Pornography, contraband, non-regulation clothing, contraband. This man had 200 prophylactic kits. How in the name of God was he gonna have the strength to fight the war?
What the hell?
What is this?
It's a can of peaches, sir.
This is United States Army property, which was taken without authorization from my mess facility. Whose footlocker is this?
Private Parks, sir.
Get rid of him.
Get rid of him.
All weekend passes are canceled, officers included.
This man has been made to be hated.
Colonel Sink has seen fit to promote you. As first lieutenant, you'll serve as my executive officer. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
I am designating you mess officer for 14 days. I think a special meal before their afternoon off. I like spaghetti.
Okay.
More coming. These guys are packing it away.
Okay, they like their spaghetti.
This ain't spaghetti. This is army noodles with ketchup. All this crap spaghetti is a mortal sin. No, I'm eating here.
What has changed? Get up!
Oh boy.
Canceled! Easy Company is running up CURRAHEE! Move!
Why?
3 miles up, 3 miles down. Idle Silver!
Oh. The spaghetti is gonna... Yeah. He did it on purpose. This guy.
You look tired. There's an ambulance waiting for you at the bottom of the hill. It'll all be over right now. No more pain, no more CURRAHEE.
Roll upon the rises, roll upon the rest.
And singing while you're running uphill. So you don't get a chance to fucking catch your breath. I still have that little theory. He wants them to be in the best shape so that when the war does come, they won't die. They'll be the best of the best.
This will be the first of 5 exits from a C-47 aircraft scheduled for today.
Practice.
Fifth and final jump will be certified Army paratroopers.
7 good! 6 okay!
Jumping from 1,000 feet AGL.
Dude, that's the captain, isn't it? He looks mortified. Not bad sim on the parachutes.
Any refusals in the aircraft or at the door, and I guarantee you, you will be out of the airborne.
So if you're too scared to jump, then you're done.
5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000.
Class of style like me, someone might mistaken you for somebody.
You mean like your fucking sergeant?
I'm just kidding. Congratulations, man.
Are those dusty jump wings? How do you expect to slay the Huns with dust on your jump wings?
3 miles up, 3 miles down.
By God, the 506 is going to forge that brand new concept into victory. Yeah! Remember our motto. CURRAHEE!
Hell yeah. I assume CURRAHEE's the name of the mountain. That's their motto, is just the name of the mountain. Alright, so this is 1 year later, I assume? Camp McCall. It's him.
We're in the wrong position.
We're textbook position for ambush, sir. I think we should sit tight.
Let's just get him.
Sir, we have perfect cover here.
Lieutenant, deploy your troop.
Move out. Tactical column.
I'm not understanding the time frame here, because he seems more green right now. Yep, he just got his whole team killed.
And report back to the assembly area.
Well, what are you gonna do? Nothing. Just keep training the men.
Hearing a lot of rumblings.
Sobel? Just talking about that.
Mmm.
It gets a little jumpy in the field.
Mm-hmm. You
Right.
get jumpy and then you get killed.
I see now.
It should just be amongst ourselves.
Oh, absolutely.
And there he is. Speak of the devil.
And get them information, we're moving out.
Yes, sir.
So his name is Sybil, it sounds like. I'll have to look it up later. So he's an absolute demon of a drill instructor. He trains the men harder than any other company. And yet in the field, he's fucking worth 2 shits. You could see it on the plane. He was shaking.
Either the crowd still get him, or one of us.
Well, you know, I'm always fumbling with grenades. Easy if one went off by accident, you know?
I mean, why would you follow a guy like that's orders?
Wherever the train takes me, where do you suppose that might be? I haven't got a clue. New York City, troop ship, England. We're invading Europe, my friend. Fortress Europa.
Okay, so a few months have passed. Now they're in Mount Ware in Brooklyn.
Soon your son will drop from the sky to engage and defeat the enemy. Make you proud of him, and his country ever grateful for his service.
So the train took them to Brooklyn and now they're on a ship to Europe. That'll be the last bit of America they see, I guess.
Some lucky bastards headed for the South Pacific. Oh, gives. Gonna get built in an island, keep down a palm tree with 6 naked native girls. They bite. So are the naked native girls. With any luck.
My brother's in North Africa. He says it's hot.
Really? It's hot in Africa?
Shut up. Once we get into combat, the only person you can trust is yourself and the fella next to you.
If I'm next to Sobel in combat, I'm moving on down the line.
Okay, it's a bit of a squabble.
Right about.
You got already called Sobel a Jew. You've got to take offense because he's a Jew too.
Fighting over Sobel. That's smart.
They really are like brothers though, squabbling, doing shit together, having a laugh. It's not gonna be okay when these guys really get into it.
Attack!
They're doing combat training, hand to hand.
Hurry up!
Prepared position R that it gives you cover and concealment.
Moves over here. He's then gonna close with and kill or capture that German.
So this is all sort of training, theory. So they're out of their personal fitness sort of training and they're actually into the field work stuff now. Practical.
Sobel's late.
There he
Why is
is.
there a fence here? There should be no fence here.
Tipper!
Give me the map.
Is he bad with maps?
Take cover behind those trees. There should be no fence here.
We could go over it, sir.
That's not the point. We're the goddamn hell on.
Okay, he's lost. Right.
Boys, you got it. You got it. Come on. All right, just this once.
3, isn't that the intersection?
No, sir, it's here. You're full grid off.
A full grid off, wow. You have to be kidding me. There's another fence not that far beyond it.
We have to move.
What the hell is this? Oh. Dearie me. Better go the other way. Blimey, hell. Don't do it again. Don't do my boy like this.
X. You've captured me.
Oh my god.
Good work, second platoon. We took the objective.
Wait, so they were supposed to capture him?
Who was the idiot who cut that man's fence?
I was ordered to, sir.
Major Horton ordered you to cut the fence. Major Horton is on leave. Get those cows out of here.
He's been made a fool of. I wonder how he will react.
Lieutenant Winters.
Is that Simon Pegg?
With Captain Sobel's compliments, sir.
Wow.
Now for crying out loud. Misspelled court-martial.
Court-martial? Oh boy.
I followed your orders to the minute.
I changed the time to 0945. When given a task to perform by a ranking officer, you should have delegated. What kind of message is that to the men? Punishment for your offenses will be denial of a 48-hour pass for 60 days. Or you may initiate a letter of appeal and request a trial by court-martial. You spend your weekends on the base anyway, Dick. Be a man, take the punishment.
May I borrow your pen, sir?
He's making a letter of appeal.
I request trial by court-martial.
We'd all better be clear of the consequences. We could be lined up against a wall and shot.
I will not follow that man into combat.
What are they going to do about it? Oh, they're all going to write letters?
I hereby no longer wish to serve
Okay.
as a non-commissioned officer in Easy Company.
I wonder what's going to happen.
I ought to have you all shot.
Oh, God.
There's nothing less than an active mutiny while we prepare for the goddamn invasion of Europe. Son Randy?
Sir.
You consider yourself lucky I'm only busting you to private. You can consider yourself lucky that we are on the eve of the largest action in the history of warfare, which leaves me no choice to spare your lives. Now get out of my office and get out of my sight.
Well, that didn't work out. I feel like Winters feels the same way, though.
I believe just a few of the sergeants may have felt their loyalty lay more to the platoon.
The division has established a parachute training school at Chilton Foley, who are vital to the coming invasion, such as doctors and chaplains, to take jump training there. I can't think of anyone more qualified to command such a school than you are. I'm reassigning you to Chilton Foley.
But that music sounds like he's heartbroken.
Easy Company?
War effort needs you elsewhere.
Who will be replacing me?
Lieutenant Meehan from Baker Company is senior.
He won't get in anyone's way, I assume? Will that be the last we see of him? Don't know. Wow. Those other guys who tried to leave will be happy, I guess. Alright, so this is a whole year later, or just the next year. We're almost back to the point where we started the movie. Or, sorry, the show.
These men have been through the toughest training the Army has to offer.
Christ, Dick, I was just shooting craps with them. I've been here for 6 days.
That's the new guy, right?
Soldiers do that. I don't deserve a reprimand for it.
What if you'd won? Never put yourself in a position where you can take from these men.
Divides 2 beachheads, codenamed Utah, here, and Omaha, here. Airborne's objective, gentlemen, is to take the town of Carentan, or Carentan, thus...
Omaha was, Saving Private Ryan, I believe.
We will drop behind this Atlantic wall.
5 hours before. Wow.
Saint Marie du Mont. Easy Company will destroy that garrison.
Supply K rations, chocolate bars, charms, candy, powder, coffee, sugar, smoke grenade, gamma grenade, TNT, this bullshit, and a pair of nasty skivvies.
Wow. Well done on remembering all that, script boy.
Mr.
Garnier said anything to you about his brother?
No. I got a problem.
Garnier's brother in Italy? Henry? Killed in Monte Casino.
Oh man, that sucks.
Well, I'm sure he doesn't know.
Damn. What do you think I should do?
For me, I tell him.
A couple hours before we jump?
Yeah, probably not.
You're en route to the great adventure for which you have trained for over 2 years.
Got the wrong goddamn jacket. Bill Garnier's brother.
Oh. He's just kind of waiting around. I guess he's checking the weather to see what they're gonna drop. June 5th. Looks like today might be the day. Got all their gear. Oh, that is really ominous. Just these men staring at the screen like they're looking at us.
Johnny. Got something you might be looking for. Took your jacket by mistake.
Sorry about your brother, Bill.
Sorry for my mom.
God bless you. I'll see you in the assembly area.
Alright. It's pretty cool how he's the one to lift them up. It's like he's the one sending them off, in a way. Like with a handshake. Like you've earned this. But yeah, we've had a whole episode to get to know these guys. I wouldn't think that any of those planes were real. It looks so good, I could almost believe it. God, there are a lot of them. Soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force, you're about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. I got a bit choked up reading those words. Good luck, and let us all beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking. Written by General Dwight D. Eisenhower, Supreme Allied Commander. God. That must have been what was written on the papers that they got when they were sitting there. Okay. That was episode 1. Let's hit the pause button right there. Ooh, alright. So, not an overly action-filled episode. I would say this is a very establishing episode. It's getting us into the lives of these people. It's getting us set up for, I would say, the rest of the show, basically. This is their pilot episode. Little joke there, I didn't mean to make a pun. The pilot episode for Band of Brothers. I assume the Band of Brothers is Easy Company, because we've been following them from start to finish, basically. So yes, we've followed Easy Company from the very beginning, in which they started off in a place, I can't remember the name, it was a very strange name, but a place where I assume the base was located right next to a big mountain, and one of their training rituals, regimens, whatever, was to climb to the top of the mountain and back, 3 miles up, 3 miles down. I have a feeling we're going to hear that a few more times because it's a pretty funny saying. Like, I mean, I like that. That's a sort of, when you talk about people that, when people go through hardships, they form bonds. And already at the beginning, they have gone through a lot of hardship. They haven't even dropped into the war yet. So we saw at the very start of the show, they had, I think it was 3 or 4 or 5, I assume, actual vets of this war and possibly of the actual real-life variant of this company, who they gave their little piece. They all said that they volunteered for this job. They weren't conscripted, which to me is, you know, that's what you kind of hear about. Like, so back then, war was kind of glorified in that, you know, you even see it in the letter that the general sent out, that it's an adventure, that war is kind of like man's realm, where you go out and you discover yourself and you get to be a hero and you get to go on that adventure. And when in reality, it is the furthest thing from that, the most remote. It is not an adventure, it's not fun, and I mean, maybe you do get to be a hero, but most likely you're just going to die, and it's dreadful. And the people who live are certainly heroes, but they bring back the memories of the tragedy and losing all their friends, and that's not great at all. So pretty much war sucks in general, we all know that. There's no real need to go into that. But yeah, what I was saying was that these guys, these volunteers, I think that they said that they were just ordinary people, like farmers or, you know, just whatever they were doing, just the standard layman, and they were brought into this scenario, and this Sybil guy, he pushed them further than any other company. And I think that in a way, what he did, even though he was extremely just a mean old bitch, basically, like giving someone like the punishment for not having his trousers ironed properly, or how they joke about, oh, you know, you've got dust on your badge, that's not gonna let you fight the Huns or whatever. Like, it really does come down to that, those minute details that seem silly in training, but things like that are your base sort of functions. It's like, literally, if you can't keep yourself sort of like, if you can't do a routine and stick to it and make sure that everything's right, then how are you going to function in the battlefield when you're out there, you're frightened, you're nervous, there's bullets and explosions going off? In that kind of situation, you sort of boil down back to basics. All you can do is rely on your training, and that's what I think is going to be a big part of this, I was going to say film, but this show, is that these guys received the best training they could have asked for. Unfortunately, Sybil wasn't a great leader in terms of actual practical field work. He was too nervous. He couldn't freaking read maps, which is huge. I mean, these guys are going to parachute in, land somewhere that is told on a map, and then they have to navigate themselves from wherever they land, and they're going to have to use landmarks to guide their way. There's no internet, they can't whip out a phone, GPS, where the hell am I? Like, thinking about it now, of course, some of the battalions or some of the Air Force troops, or lots of them, got lost or landed miles and miles away from where they were supposed to be, just because you don't have they didn't have the technology back then to keep track of people or to keep track of their whereabouts. All it takes is a strong wind, and you're off many miles off course, and wherever you land, you might not even be able to tell where you are on a map. Who knows? I mean, it's not like they're carrying a world map on them. They would only have local maps based on where they're supposed to land. So if they don't land where they're supposed to land, then they won't have a map to know exactly where they are. Which is kind of crazy to me. I didn't even think of that. But yeah, back onto the main point. These guys got trained. Even the big higher up dude, I'm not sure what rank he was, but the guy who eventually sent Civil off to, I assume, the back lines to train people who probably likely wouldn't see much conflict, or at least he, being in charge of these people, would not be leading them into conflicts, because obviously he is incompetent in the field. But otherwise, a really great teacher, because, I mean, this man kept them fresh, and the way that he sort of disciplined them it's perfect for what they need, because in the army, I think I mentioned it in the Saving Private Ryan thing, as soon as army people start questioning, you know, orders and whatnot, that's when you kind of have a problem, because people in the army aren't supposed to ask questions. They just take their orders and do what they're supposed to do. As soon as they start asking questions, the whole system falls apart. I feel like you have to put your morals aside to be in war. You have to just follow your orders to the T and not think about the repercussions or the consequences. And this guy sort of disciplined them in such a way that I feel they're ready, more so than the other people. And I was saying before that hardships form bonds, and these guys, this easy company, they all had that, you know, when you share a common enemy, and did I say enemy? I think I did. I'm gonna say that again. When you all share a common enemy, you're able to sort of come together and form against said enemy. And him being this bastard who constantly punishes them for the smallest of details, it was very easy to dislike that guy's character, and obviously easy for them to dislike him in real life, in the show. So I can see that these guys, they've been trained well, they've got their sort of like base fitness and base practice all sort of well just beaten into them. So whenever they get down on the ground and they're actually fighting for their lives, I feel like they're going to have a better chance of surviving than pretty much any other company, because these guys have the basics down pat. Running 3 miles up and down a hill in 23 minutes, that is a tall order. That is a very tall order. 6 miles in 23 minutes when half of it is up a freaking mountain. That is rough. Very rough. And you're wearing full army gear with your pack and weapon. It's ridiculous. But yeah. I think that I don't really have much else to say. The only other thing I could note right now is that old mate who lost his brother. I feel like that could possibly come back. Maybe a bit of resent or, I don't know, depression. Some way or other, I feel like that may have some influence, because I don't know why they'd bring it up otherwise. And he kind of seemed like the sort of guy to, you know, to pop off a bit. I think it wasn't his idea originally, but he was part of the group who decided to sort of mutiny and leave the company just because they didn't want to serve underneath Civil, or whatever was his name. I'm so annoyed that I don't know his name. I'm gonna have to look it up. But we probably, maybe won't ever see him again. Who knows? I guess I'll find out next time. But yeah, besides that, good first episode. I enjoyed it. I think that the next few episodes, up until the last one, are gonna be pretty crazy, because now we've got the backstory out of the way, we've established the characters, we've made our connections, they're on the plane now. It's time to stop playing games and start seeing the action. So I hope you guys will join me for that. I appreciate your recommendation. I'm really appreciative of the support. So I hope that you guys are gonna enjoy this series with me. But I'm just gonna have to say, I hope that you guys have a fantastic day. So take care, and I'll see you in the next one.